Hey there, everybody. Sat Nam. Welcome. In today's session, we will be bringing the third of our fairy light codes to life, which is I am protected, loved, and supported. So with the first two fairy light codes, we've established ourselves as open, loving, and curious explorers. And in this exploration, we will encounter both the lighter aspects of ourselves and our lives, as well as the darker aspects. So this mantra is really a reminder for us to stay close to when we are meeting those darker aspects of our lives and ourselves, and really remind us of our own inner strength and that we are protected and we are supported by the universe, by our guides and angels, and really by our own selves, right? By our soul self, our inner king and queen energy. So that's what we'll be getting into today. Feel free to give it a like, give it a subscribe if you are digging this content, and I will see you on your mat. All right, my friends, go ahead and meet me on your mat with a blanket. So go ahead and grab a blanket and just have the blanket laid out in the center of your mat, sort of in like a long rectangle, like this. We're gonna really support ourselves today with this blanket. And you can feel free to just face forward on your yoga mat here. I am going to just turn and face you so that you can see me a little bit better. So we're gonna start in cross-ankled Sukhasana. And I want us to begin this beautiful mantra of I am protected, loved, and supported by singing the protection mantra, which you can find a full tutorial in the Mantra Moments playlist. And the words will also pop up here on your screen, so don't feel like you need to know this mantra already. So we're gonna get into it. Rub your hands together in front of your chest and just begin to drop into your breath here, yogis. Close your eyes. Breathing a little bit deeper. Awakening a little Ujjayi, slight whisper in the back of the throat there, warrior's breath. And go ahead and slow down the rubbing of the hands and bring them to press lovingly into one another in Anjali Mudra, prayer. Edges of the thumbs to the center of your heart, your chest rather. And then really press those palms into one another. Allow the elbows to go out wide, softening the shoulders down. Chin in a little bit here so that you can find that length through the back of the neck. And before we get into the protection mantra, let's just take 3 collective breaths together to ground our energy into our body, into our practice space. So inhale nice and deep through the nose. And then make an O shape with the mouth and just pour the air out. Again, inhale deep. Exhale, pour it out and ground your energy. Inhale deep. And exhale. Sealing the lips here, breathing in and out through the nose. And feel free to call into this sacred circle of your practice space today any guides, angels, animal guides, spirit guides, fairy angels, your loving ancestors, inviting them to be with you today. They're really always with us, but I find that there's something very beautiful about consciously bringing them into this sacred space. Just thanking your guides and your angels for being here, for supporting you, loving you, protecting you. And we'll begin our mantra for protection. Again, the words will pop up on the screen, but they are, so you can hear them out loud. Aad Guray Nameh, Jugaad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Dayvay Nameh. So we will sing this 4 times today, and I want you to mentally visualize each time reciting this protection mantra will be to the north and to the east and to the south and to the west. So I want you to project the mantra out to all 4 directions around you, so that in essence you are creating this sacred circle, this sacred, protective, loving shield. All right, let's begin here. Take a deep breath in. To the north. Aad Guray Nameh, Jugaad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Dayvay Nameh. To the east. Aad Guray Nameh, Jugaad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Dayvay Nameh. To the south. Aad Guray Nameh, Jugaad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Dayvay Nameh. To the west. Aad Guray Nameh, Jugaad Guray Nameh, Sat Guray Nameh, Siri Dayvay Nameh. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Expand your heart open, squeeze your sit bones here. Chin in, shoulders down. Awakening here, activating your own inner strength, your own royal soul self. Taking another sip of air through an O-shaped mouth. Hold it. Present, loving, strong. And exhale through the mouth, release. Go ahead and just bring your palms face up on your knees for a moment, just feeling the vibrations of that mantra, feeling the presence of this invisible web of guidance around you. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Feel free to sigh it out. Okay, yogis, you can flutter your eyes open here. We're going to switch into rock pose. So come to sit on your shins. And this should feel nice and supported because of the blanket underneath. But if you need even more support for yourself, feel free to grab the back end of your blanket and just tuck it in between your heels and your booty, which will give you like even a little bit more comfort here in this pose. or feel free to grab another blanket or anything else that you need. I'm going to stay facing you again just so you can see what's going on. We are going to begin with some spinal flexes. So bring your palms face down on your shins. Inhale, slide your palms back as you draw your chest forward, squeezing the shoulder blades. And then as you exhale, slide your palms forward towards your knees and then draw the belly in, activating Uddiyana Bandha here, chin in. And then inhale to come forward, exhale to round back. Close your eyes. And just get into this movement with yourself, of course, working at your own pace in harmony with the rhythm of your own breath. You can even imagine energy here moving up and down your spine. I like to imagine it as like a stream of white light. Inviting some deeper breath here to really move through any energetic blockages that might be caught along your spinal column there in the chakras. Couple more. Inhale, come forward and pause. Hold the breath in. Squeeze your root lock. You should feel your booty just lift a little bit off of your heels. And then exhale, round back. Awesome. Come to a neutral level spine. We're going to cactus the arms and we're going to make fists, but first bring the thumb inside your palm so that the thumb pad touches down somewhere near the base of your pinky finger. And then glue your other four fingers together and bring them over your thumb and really squeeze those thumbs. Elbows and your upper arms here nice and parallel to the ground. We're going to inhale to twist to the left and then exhale, twist to the right. So inhale left, exhale right. Chin in a little bit, yogis. Close your eyes. And just flow with it. We're continuing to move the energy here up and down the spine and really wringing some stuff out. Activating that energy at the belly here. Some courage, some bravery, some inner strength. Maybe start to speed it up a little bit. You got 30 more seconds right here. Awesome. Come to center. Inhale, cactus arms. squeeze your root lock here, squeeze your thumb, squeeze your toes, squeeze your face, squeeze everything. Taking another sip of air through the mouth. Keep the posture. Exhale through the mouth. And now inhale, bring your palms wide and reach your arms up into a V. And then glue your forefingers and your thumbs together so that you're really containing this energy. So we're making here with our arms in a V, a full body protection mudra. This is the shape of the Algiz protection rune. And if you're not familiar with runes, they are sort of like the Nordic version of tarot. So creating this full body expression of protection. And take a deep breath in here through the nose. And sigh it out. Fan your arms down. Just bring your palms and your fingertips softly to the earth here. Again, taking a moment to receive, to integrate. And then we'll meet in child's pose. So go ahead and bring your toes towards the back edge of your blanket, your knees hips width for today. And then sit your booty back to your heels. Bring your forehead to your blanket. And see if you can catch a prayer with your hands. Just breathing into the entire back body here. And I want you to specifically breathe into your low back. So breathing right into your kidneys. Our kidneys tend to hold a lot of our fear. So consciously breathing into this space to see the fear and to move through it. Work through it. On your next breath out, I want you to sweep your arms back behind you, palms towards your heels. So if you can, palms reaching for your heels or really wherever you can get them. Your arms are just back by your sides. On the inhale, you're going to slowly lift your hips, lift your belly. So activate Uddiyana Bandha, the navel lock. And you're gently coming onto the crown of your head here for a little rabbit pose. I'm feeling that space opening across the shoulder blades and it feels so good. And now gently drop your booty back down. Inhale to roll up here, rising all the way up on your shins. Sweep your arms up in that V with your fingers glued together. So here's Algiz. We'll just call this Algiz mudra. Awesome. And then on the exhale, I want you to crease your hips and slowly with your arms in front of you, come into child's pose with the hands and the arms straight ahead, forehead to the ground. And then sweep your arms back, catch your heels. Inhale, lift your hips and your belly, roll onto the crown of your head for rabbit. And then exhale, drop onto your heels. On the inhale, I want you to this time roll up, tense your fingertips behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen the tail forward as you lift your hips up for baby camel. Even look up here. And then exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, come up into that Algiz mudra. And then exhale, slow and steady, hinge the hips, come back into child's pose. Forehead to the ground. Inhale, sweep the arms back, hands to heels, lift the hips and the belly, rabbit, rolling onto the head. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, roll up, tenting the fingertips behind you. Lift those hip points straight up, baby camel. Exhale, drop your hips back down. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up into the V, algiz. Exhale, crease at your hips, child's pose. Let's do this just a couple more times. Inhale, hands on heels, rabbit. Find that lift. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, lift your chest, fingertips behind you, lift into baby camel. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, sweep up, algiz. Exhale, child's pose. Just one more here. Hands on heels. Inhale, rabbit. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, roll up, baby camel. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Activate your root lock. And then exhale, hips down. Inhale, sweep up on your shins, algiz. And exhale, child's pose. All right. Inhale, come up to tabletop, and we will meet in downward facing dog. You can feel free to move the blanket out of your way at this point or keep it there. I would advise keep it there, especially if you have sensitive knees. But otherwise, just bring it on over to the side, anywhere close by. Spread those palms wide, pointer fingers face forward, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up and back, and then just dance it out. I always like to dance out my down dog. So you can lift your heels. My feet are cracking like crazy. Yeah, work those feet. Maybe wag your tail, flutter your lips. Just look forward, everybody, and make sure that your hands are in a good alignment. The palms are spread wide, pointer fingers forward. And then drop your head again, ears fall between your arms. Take a moment here to really press your palms down and forward. And your hips up and back in opposition. But still find that little lift through the belly here and the ribs. The front ribs. And then maybe play with rooting the heels down. Inhale to lift your heels high and float forward, plank pose. Take a moment here to really press the earth away, engage your quads, reaching back through the heels, forward through the crown of the head. So get nice and long through the back of the neck. And then stay with me. We're going to point our toes. Might feel a little weird. It's okay. We're pointing the toes. Keep pressing the earth away. Find a little rounding here through your upper back. Lifting through your belly. And then go ahead and begin to slowly dip your hips down. So slowly dipping those hips down, and then you can soften the knees. So you're right in a cobra pose here. You can, of course, have a little bend in the elbows, or feel free to keep your arms pretty straight. Just sliding those shoulders down your back. And then let's take a moment here to lean over into our left hip and just look over our right shoulder. Big stretch, big opening through the left side of the waist. Feels so good. Okay, come back to center and lean over to your right hip and see if you can turn and look over your left shoulder. And now come back to center, and I want you to lower all the way down. So all the way down, laying on your belly. We're gonna go for a shoulder stretch here. So cactus your arms if you can. If you can't, I find the shoulder stretch is a little bit more intense with cactus arms. Just tee your arms straight out to the side. Otherwise, cactus, we're gonna tent our right fingertips, but keep your left arm in a cactus and then roll over to your left hip. And I unfortunately can't do it all the way because I have a little mic pack, but you're gonna really press down through your right fingertips and twist through your spine, sweeping that right leg back behind you. And then allow your left temple to just chill there. If it's not quite meeting the ground, feel free to grab your blanket and just bring it underneath your temple to support you. And go ahead and come back to center, yogis. Cactus both arms. Now tense your left fingertips and then roll over to your right hip. Sweep your left leg back behind you. Right temple. Releasing. Breathe into that right shoulder. And now roll back onto your belly. Come onto your forearms here, Sphinx. So bringing the elbows right underneath the shoulders, palms wide. Again, those pointer fingers facing directly ahead. And then take a moment here to draw your elbows down and back towards you. So the elbows are not moving, but energetically they're drawing down and back so that your heart can draw forward and your shoulders draw back, and then your chin is level. All right, you're gonna turn your left forearm in a little bit and bend your right knee. We're gonna go for a quad stretch here. So I want you to just begin to reach your right hand back for your right ankle. And this might be where you stop, okay? So drawing a little bit more weight again into your right hip and looking forward and just opening your heart straight ahead like a headlight. If you want to go further, you might play with drawing the right heel actively towards your right sit bone. And again, turning everything straight ahead. If you want to take it one step further, turn your right fingertips out to the right and forward so that your hand curls over your toes. So we're in a half Bikasana, half frog. Big quad stretch. Keep breathing. Take one more deep breath in here. And breathe it out. Let go of the foot. Come back into Sphinx, and then we'll take it to the other side. Your right forearm dials in. Bend your left knee. And then see if you can reach back for your left ankle with your left hand. And then again, take a moment here to square everything off straight ahead. If that feels super accessible, maybe take it one step further. Draw the heel in towards the sit bone. Again, square off. And then maybe you turn your left fingertips out to the left and then face them forward and just curl them over your toes. And then again, square off. So a little bit right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Breathe. One more breath. Sigh out your mouth as you let that foot go. All right. Inhale here, palms wide under shoulders, lift up again into your cobra. And then exhale, child's pose. Sit back to your heels, forehead to the ground. Inhale here, grab your heels, take a little rabbit pose. And then exhale, sit back to your heels. Inhale, tense your fingertips behind you, baby camel, lift up. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, algaes, reach up, arms in a V. And then exhale, crease. Reach your palms ahead. Come forward into all fours. You might need to adjust yourself a little bit. Inhale here. And then exhale, tuck the toes and lift your hips up and back. And take a moment here to just breathe. Two more cycles. amazing, yogis. Inhale, lift the heels high, come forward, plank. Again, point your toes. Press the earth away. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you breathe out, just begin to dip your hips down. And then you can either drop the knees or keep them lifted, peeling the shoulders back, pressing the palms into the earth for up dog or cobra. And then on the exhale, drop your knees down, sit back, child's pose. Inhale to rise into all fours this time. Realign knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. We're going to lengthen our right leg back behind us. So a little three-legged all fours. Really anchor the top of your left foot into the ground. And then even out your weight here. So what tends to happen, and what I just noticed in my own body, is that I'm shifting more weight to the left. So see if you can bring a little bit more weight into the right hand as well to even out. And then inhale, lift your right leg high, look up. Exhale, knee to nose, nose to knee, press the earth away. Inhale, lengthen out that right leg, look up. Exhale, knee to nose, nose to knee. Inhale here, lengthen out. Now this time, right knee towards your right arm. See if you can slide the right knee up the tricep towards the shoulder. And then see if you can pin the right heel towards your right sit bone. And now tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and then keep pressing the earth away through the hands, lifting through the belly. So rounding that spine for a little sassy cat. Really getting on the tippy toes of that back foot. Woo, and now step your right foot outside your right hand. Coming into a little lizard here, you can tense your fingers, just rock forward and back. Forward and back. And then as you rock forward and back, maybe you start to lengthen that front leg a little bit, maybe flex the front foot. Just see what feels good in your body today. Awesome. And now drop your back knee down, point your back toes, bring your right hand on top of your right quad. Turn your chest and your gaze directly ahead. And now I want you to really activate your root lock and visualize and really feel energetically your right heel drawing down and back towards your left knee, and your left knee drawing down and forward towards your right heel. And from this place of really inner ignition and inner strength, I want you to lift your left arm and your chest up. And just begin to lean back a little bit. And now bring your left arm into that half V, and now bring your right arm to meet it. So your arms are V'd, I'll gaze. Gaze is lifted. See if you can pour even more weight forward into your right heel. And then simultaneously lift up and back through the spine. Take one more deep breath in here. And then on the breath out, give your shoulders a little roll out so you can bend the elbows and just circle out. 2, 3, 4 times. And then bring your right hand back on your right thigh. Plant your left palm back down on the earth. And now I want you to reach your right fingertips up and back. You might stay here, or if your weight is poured forward enough, you can play with bending your back knee and reaching for the foot, and then again, drawing the heel towards the booty. So we are twisting with our spine to the right, but make sure that your left shoulder isn't twisting with you. So twisting the spine to the right, but then sliding that left shoulder back. You can even just sort of let your head hang a little bit, maybe left ear towards left shoulder, and just breathe here. 3 cycles of breath. Opening up that quad even more. All right, let it go. Plant your palms, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to float forward plank. Exhale, drop your knees and sit back into child's pose. Inhale, hands on heels, lift the belly, roll up, rabbit. Exhale, booty to heels. Inhale, tent the fingers behind you, baby camel, opening up. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, rise up on your shins, algies. And then exhale, crease, slow and steady, kneading back in child's pose. Palms wide, inhale, rise up all fours. Lengthen that left leg back behind you. And go ahead and adjust and even out through the body there, evening out your weight. And then inhale to lift your left leg up a little bit higher, look up for happy cat spine. And then exhale, knee to nose, nose to knee, sassy cat. Find that lift through the navel. Inhale, lengthen back, look up. Exhale, curl in, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen, reach long, lift. Then exhale, left knee towards your left arm. See if you can slide that knee up towards the shoulder, heel to booty, and then tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then keep pressing the earth away through the hands and even pouring a little bit more weight forward into your finger pads so that you get that back heel to lift. High, high, high. One more deep breath in and then breathe out, foot outside your left hand. Take a moment here. You can tense your fingers, rock forward and back. Again, feel free to explore some length there through the front leg. And just remembering that you're protected, loved, and supported, especially if you start to encounter resistance within yourself or some things that might be weighing you down. Just breathing with it. And knowing that you got yourself. Right? You've got your own back. The universe has got your back, no matter what. All right, come back into your lizard. And now drop your back knee down. Point your back toes. Left hand on top of left quad. Again, find that activation of the left heel drawing down and back towards the right knee, and the right knee drawing down and forward towards the left heel. So that naturally activates Mula Bandha, your root lock. And now look straight ahead and lift your right arm up. Find that V with your right arm, and then the V with your left arm. Lift your gaze and see if you can pour the weight of your hips forward. But keep that belly drawn in so that you're maintaining nice space and nice length through your low back. Take one more deep breath in here, wrapping that right hip forward. And then as you breathe out, roll your shoulders out. 1, 2, 3. So crunchy. 4. Endlessly crunchy, everybody. Okay, left hand on your left thigh, right palm wide to the ground. Begin to turn your rib cage here to the left, but don't take that right shoulder with you. And then reach your left arm straight up and back, and either stay here. You could always just release that left arm behind your back, or play with bending the knee. So if the weight is forward enough, sort of on the top of that right knee, the bending and the grabbing of the foot is even more seamless. Keep turning your chest. You could let your head go there a little bit. Breathe into the quad, breathe into those sticky spaces. One more cycle of breath. And then release. Left palm down inside left foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knees. Step back into down dog. Take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. All right. We're going to try this again, but from more of a high up place. Right leg high, breathing in. As you breathe out, right knee in towards the nose, nose to knee. Pour the weight forward into the finger pads and lift the belly. Inhale, sweep your right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, nose to knee. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, right knee, right arm. See if you can pour the weight forward, slide the knee up. Heel to booty. Step the right foot outside the right hand. Back knee down. Right hand, right thigh. Activate root lock and navel lock. Inhale, come up. And then both arms into a V, algiz. Inhale right here. On the exhale, stick your tongue out. Circle your arms out once. And then drop right palm, right thigh, left palm down. Turn the chest to the right. Again, second try here, bending that back knee. Drawing the heel in towards the booty. Take one more deep breath in. And then breathe out. Let it go. This time as you let it go, toe heel your right foot over towards the left side of your mat and move into half pigeon. So if this variation of half pigeon is not meeting the needs of you and your body today, feel free to dial in this right shin a little bit. So bring the heel even closer towards the sit bones. Or you can always just lay down on your back if you need that and take a figure 4. So take a moment here to lengthen out that back leg to even out the weight through the hips. So think left hip forward. Tense your fingers here. Inhale deep, look up, lift your heart. And then on the exhale, I want you to sort of slither side to side here, kind of snake-like as you come down, heart towards the earth. And then inhale, press yourself up through a round spine, and then open and arch the spine, looking up. And then exhale, sway side to side. One more, inhale. And exhale. And then stay down. You could drop your forearms here, press your palms together in a prayer, or maybe you lower your head all the way down. You can use your hands and your arms like a pillow. And wherever you are, take a moment here. I want us to take a moment together to just lift up out of your space for a moment. Breathe in, reach your heart forward, even just a little bit more. And then exhale, lay yourself back down. And breathe. Maybe even roll onto your left temple here. I like to roll over onto the temple. It helps me shift more weight into the left hip on this side. 3 cycles of breath right here. Last one. Just meeting some things in our right hip, right? Roll up. Come on up. And then we're going to shift our weight to the right so that we can sweep the left leg in front of us. Right foot in your left inner thigh. Flex this left foot as well. And then twist to the right. Left hand, right knee, right fingertips behind you. Reach up through the spine as you breathe in, and then revolve as you breathe out. And then either stay right here or a mini round of breath of fire through the nose, equal inhale, exhale, pumping the breath out from the belly. Exhale. Inhale deep, plant the palm, lift your hips up, roll onto the sole of the left foot, and then really draw those hips up. Stargazer. And then exhale, come back down, both legs long in front of you. Take a moment here, reach up first. Inhale, and then exhale, just crease forward. So grab wherever you can on the legs. If you can, grab the balls of the feet. Go there, or the toes. And then we're just going to take a few bounces here. So inhale to a flat back, and then exhale, bend the elbows and lower down, chest towards thighs. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale to roll up, and then slide your heels in, bending the knees. Bring the hands underneath your thighs here. Begin to tip back, and then lift your feet and your shins up so that they're parallel to the ground, a little boat pose. And then you might find that you don't need the support of your hands here under your thighs. If that's you, you can reach your arms straight in front of you. Take a deep breath in here. As you breathe out, I want you to lower, lengthen, and hover. So round the spine here a little bit. Draw the belly down. Chin in. And now see if you can reach your arms over your ears. Inhale here. Exhale, bend and widen the knees. Reach your palms straight up to the sky, wide, and then see if you can curl into yourself, sliding your knees down your upper arm towards your shoulders. So it's a little upside down crow. And now inhale to get really long, half boat. Exhale, curl in for a little upside down crow. Slide in those knees down. Just one more. Inhale, half boat. Exhale, upside down crow. Really work the compression there of the thighs in towards the rib cage. And then inhale, half boat. Exhale, see if you can just drop the head in the chest. I ran out of space. Hopefully you didn't. And rock your feet back behind you for a little plow. And then rock and roll forward. See if you can land your feet on the ground and come into a little squat. So little squat, top of your mat. Bend and widen your knees here so that your inner thighs are pressing against your triceps and your triceps against the inner thighs. Big toes are touching. Hands can stay on the ground, or maybe you drop your forearms down towards the ground. So this is a traditional malasana. Take a moment here, everybody, to let your head go and breathe into your kidneys. And now either stay right here, or we're gonna play with crow. So muster up your inner strength here through your bandhas as you lift your hips up. Lift those heels high. And then I want you to spread the palms wide and draw those elbows in. So oftentimes the elbows want to go out to the side. See if you can draw them in like a little chaturanga. Slide the knees up the upper arms towards the shoulders. Round the spine, but look forward. So we're rounding, and then as we come forward, the weight shifts into the finger pads. Lift through the hips and the belly, And then maybe one heel towards the sit bone, drop it down, maybe the other one, drop it down, or maybe you can swing both heels up towards the sit bones. Find that inner lift, that inner strength. Woo. And then drop your feet down next to one another, standing forward fold. Inhale here to a flat back. And exhale, melt into your legs. Inhale right into chair pose. Bend your knees and then find algiz, arms in a V. Then as you exhale, press up to stand, prayer to your heart. Gorgeous. Okay, we're going to shift into a little dancer's pose. So right foot stays on the ground. Lift your left heel first. And then see if you can bend your left knee. So bringing the knees to touch, and then reach back for your left foot with your left hand. Take Gyan Mudra with your right hand, thumb and pointer finger meet. Grab the inner arch of your left foot with your left hand. And then as you press the foot into the hand, try to keep that left hip drawing forward. And as your left foot moves back, your right arm can move forward. So think of like the stretching of a rubber band here or a bow. Find that loving friction. See if you can hang with it. Left hip forward, left knee down, breathe in. And then see if you can come back to center. Nice and slow like. And then drop your left foot down, shake it out. Inhale, arms up, catch a prayer. And then exhale, hinge at your hips and come back down. Inhale here to a flat back. You can step or hop back. I'm just going to step back into plank today. You can move it through whatever vinyasa feels good. You can go with anything, any combination of vinyasas that we've practiced today or something else. Okay, left side, left leg high, breathing in. So you breathe out, left knee towards the nose, nose to knee, pour your weight forward and lift your belly. Inhale, sweep your leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, left knee, left arm. See if you can slide it up towards the shoulder, heel in. And then step the left foot outside the left hand. Go ahead and drop that back knee down. Left hand, left thigh. Inhale, right arm up. Left arm up, algiz. Weight of the hips forward. Inhale, lift your heart up and back. And then exhale one time, roll out your shoulders. Left hand, left quad, right palm down. Turn your chest to the left. And then reach your left arm back for your right foot if you can. Heel in. One more deep breath. And pour it out. Let go of the foot. And then toe heel your left foot over to the right for half pigeon. Lengthen your back leg out here. Do what you need to do. If you need that blanket under your hips or lay down on your back, go for it. Wrap your right hip forward. Tighten your fingers wide. Inhale, lift your heart. Then exhale, sway side to side. Come on down. Inhale, roll up. Open your heart. Exhale, side to side. Inhale, roll up. Last time. Exhale. Swimming side to side and then making your way down. Maybe trying for a similar variation that you did on the other side, but staying open to any little tweaks and adjustments that need to happen. Right? Each side is different. Wherever you are, lift your chest up a little bit. Inhale, reach and lengthen your spine and your heart forward. And then exhale, melt back down. Maybe roll over onto your right temple. And catch a few cycles of breath here. I am protected, loved, and supported. Important to remember that because some wild things can live in the hips. Some unresolved stuff, right? Inhale to roll up through the spine, press yourself up. Shift the weight all the way to the left so that you can swing that right leg forward. Come into a tree-like shape with your legs. Twist to the left, right hand, left knee, left fingertips tented behind you. Reach up through the spine on the inhale and then twist from the belly, the mid-back, the upper back. Either slow, deep breathing or mini round breath of fire. You choose. Exhale. Plant your left palm. Inhale, lift up onto your left shin, your right foot for stargazer. Thrust those hips forward a little bit. Open your heart, lean back. And then exhale, drop your hips back down. Both legs long in front of you. Inhale, reach your arms up. You can even catch that V. And then exhale, reach for wherever along your leg you can. We're gonna go for those little bounces. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Really working through some stuff in that kidney region. Inhale up. Exhale down. Slowly roll up through the spine, sliding the palms up the legs, bend the knees, boat pose. Again, lift your chest, find a little bit more of that happy cat spine here. Maybe you play with lengthening the legs a little bit on this round. Take a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, I'm gonna move myself a little bit. You're gonna lower, lengthen, and hover for half boat. Reach your arms by your ears. Inhale here. Exhale, upside down crow. Really squeeze into yourself. Palms wide to the sky. Inhale, half boat. Exhale, floating crow. One more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, half boat. And then you can drop the head and the shoulder blades and swing those feet back towards your hands, which are still behind you. And then rock and roll forward into a little squat. And again, meeting in traditional malasana, widen your knees, arms inside the legs. Squeeze those inner thighs to the arms. Activate your root lock and your navel lock a little bit here and let the head go. These body locks, bandhas, are really so important for supporting ourselves in our asana practice, which is why I mention them all the time. Like every class, right? We're here to support ourselves. So if supporting yourself means staying in this more yin posture, by all means do that. Otherwise, second round, playing with crow. Lift your hips up, so really hike them up so that you're setting yourself up here. Elbows in, palms wide. Begin to draw the weight forward into the finger pads. Lift through the hips and the belly. There are your bandhas. And then maybe heels to the booty. Keep looking forward. Keep pressing the palms into the earth to find even more lift. And then drop your feet down. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana, look forward. Exhale, bow back into your legs. Inhale, chair, bend the knees, V the arms. And then exhale, come up to stand, prayer to your heart. Okay, on the left leg this time, Shiva Natarajasana. Bend your right knee and bring it right next to your left knee. Grab the inner arch of your right foot with your right hand. Gyan Mudra with your left hand, right at your heart. And then as you begin to press the foot back into the hand, the chest begins to lean forward, and then that left arm can begin to reach out. Keep that right knee drawing down a little bit. So you want to think internal rotation with that right leg. Bow and arrow. Rubber band. Keep that reach going. And then see if you can slowly make your way back, retracting that rubber band all the way to center, and then drop your right foot down, shake it out. Awesome, everybody. Inhale, sweep your arms up, catch your prayer, and then exhale, fold down. From here, feet a little bit wider, heels and toes out. Take it into a full-on frog squat. So you can keep your hands on the ground to start. You can just sort of sway side to side. And then maybe you decide to press the elbows a little bit into the inner thighs. You can catch a prayer here. 3 cycles of breath. Grounding yourself, thanking yourself for constantly meeting you as you are, the light and the dark. And for supporting yourself either way. Unconditional, loving awareness. All right, go ahead and reach your hands back behind you. Walk your hands back, fingers turn out. You can turn your toes forward, heels under knees. Crab pose. Inhale, lift your hips and belly up. Exhale, tongue out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then drop your booty down. And then roll all the way onto your back. Go ahead and hug the knees into your chest here. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe rock side to side, massage the low back. Let's take it into happy babies. You can either yogi toe lock your big toes or grab the outer edges of your feet. This is like top 5 favorite pose for me. Go ahead and lengthen that tailbone down. A little pull on the feet to draw the knees to the outside of the ribs. Maybe play with lengthening the legs a little bit. Good, and now bring the knees back in, cross the right knee over the left, and then bring your hips to swing to the right as your knees go to the left. I can't do it all the way really because of my mic back, but I'll pretend. Just let your arms get heavy there, maybe look off to the right. And then come back to center. Switch it out. Cross your left knee and thigh over the right. Swing your hips to the left, your knees to the right, and twist it out. And then come back to center and just lengthen yourself out here for a moment of resting. Just releasing that whole back body into the womb of Mama Earth. Let her support you. Visualize that sacred circle around you here with all of your guides and your angels and your animal spirits. Give them a thank you. I appreciate you. And then release them, knowing that they're always with you. You can rest here as long as you'd like. I will leave you here today, yogis. Sat Nam, may you feel all the love and protection. I'll see you next time. Thank you, yogis, for hanging out with me today. I hope you are feeling absolutely protected, loved, and supported. And I'm curious to find out more about each of you and how it is that you communicate with your guides and angels. I really love all of the communication and all of the engagement that we have going on this channel. So feel free to leave that in the comments, or you can drop me an email, which can be found on my new website, fairylightyoga.com. So feel free to check that out, and I'll see you next time. Sat Nam.